Hi everyone, welcome back to the How to Helisim series, Lesson 5, Normal Approach. Before we get started, I would just like to note that these lessons are for entertainment purposes in flight sim only. They are not for instruction in actual aircraft. For that, you need to seek out a certified professional flight instructor. When you're first starting out, it's best to use a runway rather than a specific target landing point so you have a lot of room to work with. And that way you're not so constrained in trying to hit your spot and you're more focused on the techniques that it takes to perform an approach and landing. The first part of the approach is to pick your target landing spot. Once you have picked your target landing spot, you need to make note of where it is in vertical reference on the windscreen. As you're descending, you're going to manage your speed with the cyclic, but you're going to manage your altitude with the collective. You want to keep that target landing spot in the same vertical place on your windscreen. If that target is moving up, you need to add collective. If it's moving down, you need to lower collective. Picture a straight line from where you entered your approach to where your approach is going to end at your target landing point, and the goal is to slow down constantly and smoothly and descend straight down that line to your target. There's not a magic number for what speed you should hit at what altitude because every approach can be a little different. But from your peripheral vision, it should feel like a fast walk. And your goal should be to slow down to the point that you are just exiting ETL between 15 to 18 knots as you are approaching the height for ground effect to be established. So that way you're not having a very large power adjustment at the end of your approach. You're trading off the lift efficiency of forward flight in ETL for the lift efficiency of ground effect. Once you've established a 3 to 5 foot hover over your target landing point, slowly lower collective to set the ship down. Okay, let's do it one more time. For these demonstrations, I'm intentionally going a little bit slower than I usually would on approach, just so that I can talk through some of the techniques that I use. One of the tips that helped me when I was first learning was to keep repeating in my head, forward and down, forward and down. You don't want to end up too high above your landing point and then have to make a vertical descent. You can't see where you're going and it leaves you open to possibly encountering VRS. Remember, if your target landing spot is moving up the windshield, add collective. If it's moving down the windshield, lower collective. You also want to start adding in collective to arrest your descent sooner than you'd think. You don't want to wait to the last minute to have to add a bunch of power because that's going to increase your torque and make your tail go crazy. You should also note that when you're setting up your approach, it's important that you approach into the wind. Once you establish your 3 to 5 foot hover again above your landing target, slowly lower collective, keep looking out for a large frame of view reference, and let the ground contact be a surprise. Keep flying the helicopter all the way to the ground. Lower the collective slowly, and let the skid contact be a surprise while you're looking far out into the distance to maintain control. The two most important points to keep in mind are to keep that vertical reference target in one spot on your windscreen and to move forward and down. Thanks for watching, be safe, be kind, and I'll see you in the next video.